I just got done watching the Judas contract, and I'm here to give my thoughts on the animated film adaptation of the 1984 Mark Wolfman and George Perez comic of the same name. I don't know if anyone noticed, but there was a lot of pressure riding on this film because of the fact that it's an adaptation of the most popular and beloved Teen Titans story. There was very little room for error when it came to this, and thankfully they didn't disappoint. The animation and voice acting is pretty solid. Christina Ricci does a wonderful job as Terra, and as far as story, I will say that this film is filled with subplots with every single character. Well, almost every single character. From Jaime Reyes to Nightwing, everyone except Damian and Raven has some sort of subplot. I can see why this was done because those two did have a lot of focus put on them in Justice League vs. Teen Titans, so their roles are greatly diminished here. Damian is in fact taken out of the main story about 1/3 in when he's kidnapped by Deathstroke. Since Damian wasn't a part of the original story, they had to reduce his role slightly in order to make it fit better. So like I said, this film has many subplots, like Blue Beetle and his relationship with his family and how it's damaged by the Scarab, and Beast Boy's love for Terror. Some people might not be a fan of these various subplots with each other characters, but me personally, I love that every character has something going on in their personal lives. That's really why I love the Teen Titans comic in general, that separated them from other teams at that time. It's the interaction between each character. Although I do wish in the next film they keep the interactions more centered on the members themselves and not just outside areas. Like the interaction we got between Blue Beetle and Raven, I love. We don't really get that much, and it's great to see in this film. Now, since Cyborg isn't in this version of Teen Titans and is in fact in Justice League, his role was replaced by Blue Beetle. There was not much you could do with that. You couldn't just bring him into this since it's a connected universe and it's already established he's in the Justice League. I think Blue Beetle, with what he was given, did a fairly good job. I always liked the interactions he had with his Scarab and how it just almost took control of him at sometimes. Now, speaking on Terror, I had a problem with how her character was handled. Now, if you read the original comic, you know it's no secret that she was just an evil person, no doubt. She had little remorse for what she did, and she just came across as someone unlikable. It seems to me they tried to blend that Terror with the Terror from the 2003 animated Teen Titans and her later versions in the comic. They made her out to be misunderstood by including in that tragic backstory she had in order to make her more sympathetic. I just felt it didn't mesh well with her more evil side. If they wanted to, combine these two terrors into one character, I felt like they should have made her more remorseful in her decisions. Instead, she doesn't really turn on Slade on Deathstroke until she's betrayed herself. Other than that, I really love everything else in the movie. I like the direction they're taking with adding Donna Troy. I'm not too much of a fan of her character, but it's nice to see that they're adding on to the roster. So yeah, overall, if you're a fan of the comics or a fan of this connected animated universe, I would definitely recommend Teen Titans Judas Contract.